Unthinkable. Cardi B and Stef Diggs' newborn fighting for his life. It started as a quiet evening in Los Angeles, the kind of peaceful night Cardi B and Stefon Diggs had prayed for since welcoming their newborn baby boy just weeks earlier. Cameras had slowed down, paparazzi had backed away, and for the first time in months, the couple felt like they were finally breathing again. But peace never lasts long in their world. The first sign something was wrong. Cardi had just finished feeding the baby when she noticed something: his breathing wasn't steady. His chest rose sharply, then paused, then rose again. Her mother instinct kicked in immediately. "Stef, something's not right," she whispered, clutching the baby against her chest. Stefon rushed over, his smile fading when he heard the faint wheeze in their son's breathing. "Call the doctor." "Now," he said, already grabbing the baby's small blanket. Within minutes, their quiet night transformed into chaos, Cardi shaking, Stefon pacing, and the baby crying weakly in her arms. The race to the hospital. Security rushed them into the SUV. Cardi held her newborn tightly, whispering prayers through trembling lips. "Stay with us, baby, mommy's here, mommy's here." Stefon sat beside her, one hand on the baby, one hand gripping Cardi's shoulder. He had faced NFL pressure, media drama, injuries, heartbreak, but nothing compared to this. For the first time in years, tears streamed down his face. Emergency room panic. The hospital doors burst open as doctors and nurses rushed toward them. Cardi refused to let go. "Please help him. He can't breathe right," she shouted, voice cracking. "Ma'am, we need to take him now," the nurse insisted. Cardi's hands tightened around her baby. She didn't want to release him, she felt like letting go meant losing him. Stefon stepped in, gently but firmly touching her face. "Baby, let them help him. I got you. I'm right here." With trembling hands, she finally released her newborn and watched him disappear behind double doors. Cardi breaks down. The second the doors shut, Cardi collapsed into Stefon's arms, sobbing uncontrollably. "I knew something was wrong. I felt it. I should have taken him earlier. Stef, I'm a horrible mother." Stefon held her tightly. "Don't ever say that. You saved him tonight. You did what a mother does, you listened to your instinct." But the fear in his own voice betrayed him. His heart was shattering too. The doctor returns, with bad news. After what felt like hours, the doctor finally stepped out. His expression was serious. "Your son is in critical condition." Cardi's hand flew to her mouth as Stefon froze. "He's experiencing severe respiratory distress," the doctor continued. "We're doing everything we can, but his oxygen levels are dangerously low." Stefon's knees nearly buckled. Cardi dropped to the floor, screaming, "Please save my baby." Stefon Diggs reaches his breaking point. While Cardi cried in a chair, Stefon walked down the hallway and punched the wall, hard. Not out of anger, but out of helplessness. He whispered to himself. "God, take anything from me. Anything. Just don't take my boy." A nurse had to guide him back to the waiting room as tears rolled down his face. Cardi won't leave the door. She sat directly in front of the ICU entrance, refusing food, refusing water, refusing to move. "Open the door. I want to see my baby," she kept repeating. The nurses tried to comfort her. Stefon tried to hold her. But nothing worked. Cardi stayed there, like a mother desperate to guard her child from every danger in the world. The darkest update. 3 hours later, the lead doctor returned again. Cardi stood instantly, shaking. "We've stabilized him for now," the doctor said carefully, "but he is still fighting for his life." Stefon exhaled in relief, but the words, "for now," stabbed him like a knife. Cardi's eyes filled again. "No. No, please, tell me he's getting better, tell me he's okay." The doctor remained calm. "We need to monitor him closely for the next 24 hours. Those hours will determine everything. Everything. Social media explodes. Rumors spread fast. Cardi B and Stefon Diggs rush to hospital. Baby in critical condition. Fans pray for the newborn. Millions of people online began sending prayers and messages of support, but Cardi didn't see any of it. Her entire world was behind that ICU door. The moment Cardi finally sees him. After hours of begging, doctors allowed Cardi and Stefon to go inside, one at a time. Cardi went first. When she entered, she saw her baby connected to tubes, monitors, and wires, his chest rising weakly under the glow of cold hospital lights. Her legs nearly gave out. She placed her hand gently on his tiny arm and whispered through tears. "Baby, you're strong, come back to mommy, please don't leave me." Stefon watched from the doorway, tears streaming. He had never loved Cardi more than he did in that moment. Stef Diggs makes a heartbreaking promise. When it was his turn, he stepped up to the incubator, placed his hand carefully on the baby's little chest, and whispered, "Son, I haven't even taught you how to throw a football yet, you can't leave me. I'll trade my whole career, I swear, just breathe. Please breathe." The alarms beeped softly as he cried silently. The longest night of their lives. Cardi refused to leave the hospital. She curled up in a chair outside the ICU and wrapped herself in Stefon's hoodie. Stefon stayed awake all night, pacing, praying, crying, hugging her, whispering reassurances even though he had none to give. Every minute felt like a year. The sunrise update. At 6:43 a.m., a nurse approached them. "His oxygen levels are rising," she said with a smile. "He's still fighting, and he's getting stronger." Cardi burst into tears, this time, tears of hope. She collapsed into Stefon's arms as he held her like she might fall apart again. The baby's first sign of recovery. An hour later, they allowed the couple inside once more. This time, their son opened his eyes. Weak, slow, shaky, but open. Cardi screamed and covered her mouth. "Oh my God. Stef. He's looking at me." Stefon rushed forward, tears falling freely. The doctor smiled. "He's not out of danger yet, but this is a very good sign." Cardi and Stefon hold each other. As the machines beeped gently around them, Cardi leaned her head on Stefon's chest, whispering, "We could have lost him." Stefon kissed her forehead. "We didn't. He's a fighter, just like you." Together, they watched their newborn, tiny but resilient, fighting his way back to them. The fight isn't over. But hope returns. By midday, the baby's breathing had improved. Doctors increased his oxygen and confirmed he was responding to treatment. Cardi fell to her knees, thanking God. Stefon lifted her up and held her tight. For the first time in 12 hours, they could breathe too. Their baby was still fighting for his life, but now he was winning. Here is your very long, dramatic, internet-breaking fictional story for Unthinkable. Cardi B and Stef Diggs newborn fighting for his life. Unthinkable. Cardi B and Stefon Diggs newborn fighting for his life. A very long, emotional, viral-style fictional story. The internet cannot believe what's happening. A story that began with pure joy has now taken the darkest turn imaginable. Cardi B and Stefon Diggs, already trending everywhere after welcoming their newborn son just days ago, are now living every parent's worst nightmare. The excitement, the balloons, the gifts, the fans celebrating, everything has been replaced with fear, tears, and unanswered questions. The night everything turned upside down. It was supposed to be a peaceful night. Cardi had finally managed to sleep after long hours of breastfeeding and holding the baby against her chest. Stefon was in the nursery, rocking their son gently under the soft warm lights. The baby had been a bit fussy, but nothing unusual. Then, around 2:47 a.m., something changed. The newborn suddenly let out a sharp cry, different from the normal fussing. His breathing turned shallow. His tiny chest rose and fell fast, then slower, then fast again. Stefan froze. His hands started shaking. Cardi. Cardi, wake up, something's wrong with him. Cardi stumbled into the room half awake, until she saw the baby's face. His skin was turning pale. His lips were darkening. His eyes weren't focusing. She dropped to her knees. Call 911. Stef, please call now. The call was frantic. The operator could barely understand Cardi's trembling voice. Stefan kept shouting, my son is barely breathing. Please hurry. Within minutes, the house was flooded with lights, sirens, medics rushing in, Cardi crying uncontrollably, and Stefan begging, hang on buddy, please hang on. Rushed to the hospital. The ambulance didn't stop. Red lights, speed, the medics working desperately. Cardi sat in the back holding her baby's tiny hand, sobbing so hard her voice cracked. Baby, please, please don't leave mommy, breathe for mommy. Stefan was in the corner, fist over his mouth, shaking, unable to stop the tears. He kept whispering, not my son. God, please, not my son. Fans outside the hospital caught blurry photos. Within 30 minutes, TMZ-style outlets were already posting the headline. Breaking, Cardi B and Stefan Diggs' newborn rushed to hospital in critical condition. The internet exploded. The doctors deliver the news. After nearly 2 hours of emergency intervention, the doctor finally stepped into the room. Cardi stood up instantly. The doctor's expression alone made her knees weaken. Stefan held her tightly. He spoke slowly. Your baby is experiencing severe respiratory distress. His oxygen levels dropped dangerously low. We've stabilized him, but he is not breathing on his own. He is currently on full support. Cardi broke down. Stefan couldn't hold back anymore, he pulled Cardi into his chest and cried with her. The doctor continued. We suspect a serious infection. Possibly something congenital. We're running every test urgently. He is fighting, but he's very weak. Cardi collapsed into a chair with her hands over her face. Stefan asked with a shaky voice. Is he going to make it? The doctor hesitated. We can't say yet. The next 48 hours are critical. Those words destroyed both of them. The NICU scene, heartbreaking. When Cardi and Stefan finally entered the NICU, the sight shattered them. Their newborn son, so tiny, so fragile, was lying in an incubator with tubes in his nose. 4 lines everywhere. Monitors beeping non-stop. A team of nurses adjusting wires and medications. Cardi fell to the floor sobbing. Stefan tried to hold her, but he was crying too. Why our baby? Why him? Why this? No parent should ever see what they saw. The world reacts. By sunrise, the entire internet was in chaos. Hashtag pray for Cardi and Stef baby hit #1 on Twitter. Millions of fans sent messages. Celebrities reposted support. News outlets speculated the worst. Everyone wanted answers. Nobody expected this. Cardi won't leave his side. Cardi refused to go home. She stayed in a freezing hospital chair, wrapped in a thin blanket, eyes red and swollen, staring at the incubator.
아래엔 간혹 도시가 보이곤 해. 그 도시에는 또 다른 내가 하늘에 떠가는 비행기를 올려다보고 있겠지. 난 하늘을 보고 쳐다보고 있겠지. 묘한 짜릿함 그 속에 머물다 보면 어느새 제주행 비행 신비한 세계로 나를 이끌고 거짓말처럼